Croatian Bell, 100 metres to go. Extremely Wicked won't give in. Croatian Bell just in front and one at the Valley again. Croatian Bell by a half length. Extremely Wicked. Dance to Dubai, 50 metres to go. Race is clear and Dance to Dubai won it from a close one. But She Dances has sprinted away, scoots away, and She Dances too good. Second bolting. Exploring punched out the favourite, won it. Exploring has won it by a half-length picky. Papillon Club is clear. The favourite is going to be too strong. Papillon Club scored by a length Hennessy lad. Corner Pocket digs in for the fight. Led by a neck looks like Elvis. Corner Pocket beat looks like Elvis Pelder.
Welcome back to the preview, everybody, for Sandown Hillside this weekend. Pretty keen on a couple on this card. Two horses look very hard to beat, and I don't think I need to tell you who they are. But let's get into this preview and find some winners, because I think I found a few on this card. Let's get into it. Let's find them.
Race number 1 at Sandown Hillside is a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1,000 metres, and I'm with Bistro, the dual winner, and one of those wins was at listed levels. I think is a pretty good horse here. That win in this listed race coming in the Cinderella Stakes at Morphettville, then went on to place 4th at the Duquetteville, then ran a good placing at the Valley behind Winner Takes It All, and then it was an inter-prep run in the Quizette. First up here, Matthew Cartwright takes the claim, and we saw what Snap did when he took the claim for the Freemans on Boxing Day. Drawn the pole, I think it's the one to beat for mine. All Sassed Up, the classy maiden of this field, and I think is a good chance to break a duck here. Jamie Carr, lightweight for Mick Price, Michael Kent Jr. Ran third, second on debut in the Magic Millions 2-year-old Classic, and then ran third in the St Albans behind Crosswind, so that's good form. Fission for third. Jamie Mott sticks, and I think will be charging home at the end. In Capital Theatre, I reckon he'll be running really well here and will run top 3. But Bistro for mine. Race 1 at Sandown Hillside, 25 the winners start the day. Race number 2 at Sandown Hillside's a benchmark 100 handicap over the 1,700 metres in a field of 6 here. And technically there's only 5 to beat Detonator Jack, because they won't, because Detonator Jack clearly the one to beat here. Group 1 placing on the board. Won impressively first up. Failed on the heavy ground, but still ran well behind Green Fly, and then bolted in last start. I think you can repeat the dose here. Johnny Allen back aboard, 59.5 kilos. Has to carry the weight, but he's carried weight before. Drawn the 6. He's the one to beat for mine. Clearly on top from Imperial Lad, who will have a tactical advantage over him because he'll leave this field easily and does have the lightweight, so can run really well. Sosi Bond for third. How well is the old boy going? Not well enough to be winning this, but does get the massive jockey upgrade in Jamie Carr, and does have barrier 5, so I think can run well. And Helene Leading Star for 4th. But Detonator Jack, clearly the one to beat. Moral here for race number 2 at Sandown. 50 the win, and the trifecta, I'm going to have 10 the trifecta on 2, 4, and 3. Race number 3 at Sandown is a benchmark 78 over the 1,400 metres, and I am with Worsfold here for Damien Oliver and Nick Ryan. I'm pretty keen on this horse. First up was a big win, though has always had a good first up record. We're having the 4 starts for the 3 wins and the second now. And now second up, 3 starts for a win and a third. I think it's the one to beat. Loves Dry Ground, 2 from 4 with a third, and 2 from 2 at the distance, and 1 from 1 at Sandown. 3 from 2 at Sandown. And I think it's had the 1,400 metre run last start. Good weight, inside draw. Damien Oliver at all points to a win here for mine. From My Yankee Girl, up in distance of the 1,400 metres will really suit this horse. Jamie Carr aboard, third up, so has extra run under the belt and can improve to the 1,400 metres from barrier 5. He's exceptional when it's last 2 and will go forward, and so risque for 4th. But I'm with Worsfold here, 35 the winner, 3 at Sandown. Race number 4 at Sandown, it's a benchmark 70 for the fillies and mares over the 1,600 metres, and I'm very keen here on Liberated Girl for the Peter Moody and J. Carr combination. Lethal when they combined. 56 kilos for this girl. Drawn the 6th, third up. Hasn't been third up before, but I think can record its first start for a first up win third up. Because I think it's a very good chance, has weight off its main danger the horse that beat it last start in Dane on Tour, where that horse rises in weight and this horse lowers in weight. And for mares and fillies company, that's a massive advantage. So I got Liberated Girl on top from Black Queen. Now, I think this horse is over the odds for the Waller stable with Mickey D to ride. First up, probably will need the run, but go back and have a look at it run at Canterbury on the 8th of the 6th, 2022. It ran really well over the 1550, so handles the 1600 meters and dropped significantly, or had a big weight that day, and ran actually really, really well. So worth having a look at, and I think it's over the odds at 31. Dane on Tour for third, and So You See is too short at the 340. Happy to take that on at that price. But Liberated Girl, you winner here, 25 the win and 2 each way on Black Queen. Race number 5 at Sandown is a benchmark 84 handicap over the 1,000 metres. An Inundation, the wonder beat for Jamie Carr, Mick Price, Michael Kent Jr. The first up win was absolutely dynamic, broke the Moonee Valley track record for the class and distance. And from barrier 2, he's going to get not an easy lead, because I think Najem, Suhail and Starry Legend will tear off into the lead, and Najem, Suhail will be right on its hammer, and Inundation will be breathing down the necks and go pounce at the top of the straight, and they won't catch it. For mine, the Wonder Beat, $1.40 is, I think, a bit of value there. I think I read it about $1.30, maybe $1.25 chance, but it should be winning this. It's got miles of class on these. For Najem, Suhail second, 1,000 metre horse for a 1,000 metre race. Interesting that they booked Callum Murray for the ride, but still going to be running second. And Starry Legend, good to see him back at the races, but again, running for a place prize here. And on the lead for Brett Preble and the Freedmans, thought was over the odds at $13. But Inundation for one, race 5 at Sandown, 50 the win. Race number 6 at Sandown Hillside. It's a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1,300 metres, and I'm with Daily Bugle. He's back. The win first up proved that. Came from a mile back, scrounged him up, and won impressively. And I think can do so again here for Jamie Mott, who thought after the win was a stakes class horse, and I think he can back it up here with an impressive win. Barrier 11 doesn't concern me whatsoever. Goes back anyway and will be charging home. Mott sticks. It all points to him winning here, and I'm very keen on his chances. From Mary McBoy for second, the intention is to go forward. And that's the intention to show with Linda Meach being booked for the ride for Peter Moody. 2 from 2 last time and won both impressively and now carries the 56.5 kilos. Can he return and winner? We'll have to see. From Bellinger, who I thought was over the odds, and another one over the odds is Netanyahu. But Daily Bugle, the winner here for mine. Race 6, 35 the win. Race number 7 at Sandown Hillside is a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1,800 metres. River Plate on top here. Was very game last start at the Valley, where I don't think he handled the turn. But still had every chance behind Rambler River. But that horse didn't back it up. Was disappointing last weekend, in my opinion. Back to Sandown in a track he loves. He's going to get control here. He loves being on top of the ground, and he's going to love the step up in addition to the 1,800 metres from barrier 9. Damien Oliver aboard. I think that he can be proving very hard to get past. Has a map advantage over Tasman Park, and that's why I'm with him. I think Damien Oliver is going to ride him to absolute perfection and win this. Tasman Park for second. You've always going to be where the unbeaten horse. But to remain undefeated, he's going to have to do it with a big weight. And if he doesn't here, look out, because he's a serious horse, and I think he can go on with it. He can win, but I just had my query with a bigger weight. Huguenot for third. Now, you got to respect Motty. Jumps off Tasman Park, probably because of the weight, and now rides Huguenot, who I think will sit in a prominent position, and probably doesn't have the class of River Plate, but I think consider it well. An independent road for fourth. Race 7 at Sandown, $20, River Plate. Race number 7 at Sandown, and it's a benchmark 17 handicap over the staying trip of 2,400 metres, and I'm with So Unusual and Made by Khan. So Unusual, the horse on the way up, won for punters last start at the $1.95 quote, and was very impressive in doing so, rounding the field up to come right down the outside and win well. Has the earmuds pre-race only for the first time on to calm him down before the race. So pretty keen on his chances, the one on the way up. From Made by Khan for second, the Sydney sider coming down. The question is, does he make the distance? I think he can. He's over the odds at $10. From Wahine Toa, was good to me last start winning, but I'm jumping off the bandwagon here. He's a very grinding type, and I think some of these are going to have his measure here, but does have the lightweight for the Mar users camp and Matt Carr. And you're generally a pretty wary man if you're going to take that stable on, but I'm going to do so here. In Credit Crunch for fourth, another Sydney starter coming down, and does have Jamie Carr with the 55 kilos, but does have the wide barrier, but still can still run well. Race 8, Sandown. 25 the win, so unusual, and 10 the win on Made by Khan. Race number 9 at Sandown, Hillside, and it's going to end in a winning note here in the benchmark 70 handicap over the 1,000. It's Unflinching's race to lose. Ran behind Inundation in the 78 at the Valley. Was very impressive in the way I thought it finished off, but was never going to beat Inundation. Matthew Cartwright sticks here. Miles back in grade, open favourite. Got to carry the weight to do it, but from barrier number 1, barrier number 10, he's going to burn across here to the front of the field and they won't see him again. Goodbye. And Winsum for second, I think, can run well first up, but won't be beating the favourite. Fine Dane again over the odds, and All About Eve for fourth. Unflinching, the one to beat. Race 9, Sandown, 45 the win. I'm very confident that I can blast out with a winner. Thank you for watching my preview of this Saturday racing at Sandown. I'll see you next week, and for Group 3 Standish Handicap Stakes at Flemington.